What is going on here? Why are you eating an apple more obnoxiously than any human has ever eaten anything? Why you do this? Are you trying to make me immediately hostile to anything and everything you have to say before we even start? 'Cause, not gonna lie, it might be working. And it actually goes on for even longer, so I'm just going to cut to the chase before we all black out and wake up in a week's time. Stark naked, sticky, surrounded by duck feathers, with the distinct taste of blood and motor oil in our mouths.
Look, here's a guy holding up a sign that says religion because thinking is hard.
It's funny, 'cause no one can think. That's just a lie made up by the Alubi Booby to make people believe that they have the ability to contemplate complex ideas. That is obviously not true, 'cause me am the stupid. So everybody else must be too, right? And that's a fact backed up by science. Also, the meme's funny because religion. Kiss kiss, love you.
Now, ordinarily I wouldn't call someone out like this directly.
I would hope so, because it's just a picture with a very basic ass kind of non-statement that is more than likely designed to purely provoke. And not even to make an actual point. I mean, as amusing as I find it, because I'm an asshole, I don't think anyone actually believes this, and if they do, that's kind of dumb. I mean, you wouldn't say it exactly the other way round, unironically, would you? That would make you an idiot of galactic proportions, and oh my god, I just realised I'm so sick and I'm making a video.
But given the fact that this guy is holding up this sign and he's posed for the picture with a wide grin on his face, he either wants everyone to see how the tax dollars spent on 5th grade arts and crafts class didn't go to waste, or he's proud of what the sign says.
Ooh, cutting. As if that's the worst sign in all of history. I mean, let's be a dipshit and take your comment seriously there, just for a second, and point out that sign, at least to me, looks like it was printed. So the herder arts and crafts comment makes it seem like you don't know what those words mean. And hell, if that is arts and crafts, it's more like, holy shit, that guy paints like a motherfucking machine. Maybe my god really am fake. All hail sign paintero with the holy power of inkjet hands.
If he isn't proud of his crafting skills, then let's give him the courtesy of taking his slogan seriously.
Aw, that's so nice of you, doing the courtesy of exactly what he wants you to do, making yourself look silly in the process. That's just a wonderful thing to do. Damn, more religy boys should do that. Like when I say, God doesn't real, and religion am fake. I want people to take those as my literal opinions and not as punchy taglines and kind of half jokes, because it's really, really funny when people get upset over nothing.
His sign reads, religion, because thinking is hard.
Oh, well, on behalf of your audience, I would like to thank you for reading those 5 words out loud for them. As considering the rest of this video, I can only assume that they can't string more than about 4 words together at a time. So that is very kind of you to do that. Since your audience is so, what's a delicate way to put this? Lacking in the braining department.
Apparently so.
I'm glad you agree with that cheeky smile and everything. Let's be best friends!
Now, I have some close atheist friends who aren't afraid to attempt to prove that God does not exist.
Oh wow, there is a lot to get through in that sentence. Jesus, first off, I thought I was your only atheist friend. How could you betray me like that? And no, I don't care if the other ones are all figments of his imagination. It still hurts to be cheated on like that. Feels bad, man. And secondly, they attempt to prove God doesn't exist. Well, that's bold, considering the concept is literally designed to be unfalsifiable. AKA, it cannot be proven or disproven on purpose. That's like trying to prove or disprove that I am handsome, famous, and good at the sex. Can't be done. On purpose, because f*** you.
They do this by offering arguments against the existence of God, and one way they do this is to try to show that there's a contradiction in the concept of God.
Oh, you know that's not actually the same thing as disproving God? I don't think you know the difference between a god, as in some form of higher power beyond mortal ken, and, well, your or any god created by men. When, well, usually super fucking easy to disprove. In fact, the more things people claim about the nature of their gods, the easier it becomes to disprove that that idea is anything other than a fantasy. Basically, if you want people to stop dunking on your version of God, when they ask you to explain, just go, whoa, and then quickly leave. Gets them every time.
So, for example, this is what the problem of evil and suffering is all about.
Well, that's exactly the kind of thing I was talking about, and the kind of problem that giving your God characteristics of pretty much any kind leads to. And okay, cool. Let's go through it quickly, shall we? And then you can explain how it's wrong. This is a very compact version of the argument. 1, God is omnipotent. 2, God is wholly good. 3, evil exists. These 3 claims are inconsistent. They cannot all be true. Okay, seems fair enough. Now, how does even this simplified version not hold up?
These guys are not afraid to embrace the classical and the philosophical definition of atheism.
Oh, you aren't going to refute that. Sad. And wait, what? The classical and philosophical definition of atheism? What the f*** are you talking about? There's one definition of atheism. Me am not beleb the god clams. And anything else is pretty much universally an attempt to strawman atheism. You wouldn't be planning on doing that, would you?
Which says that God does not exist is a true statement.
I have never in my life heard of this specific definition. And let's be frank, it seems only theists think that atheism means, God am not real, fight me in the streets, you coward, after I'm done f***ing your mother and shitting in your houseplants. Aren't we atheists all such hateful pieces of shit? Ha 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 ha! I don't think you'll find an atheist who knows how to words that thinks that God is not real is a true statement, is the one true definition of atheism.
But many others, predominantly those online, avoid the burden of proof like Ebola.
God, remember when Ebola seemed like it might be an actual problem? Those heady days. And they avoid it like Ebola, by not going to the place where Ebola currently is. So I guess that would be not engaging in the arguments of people who don't know what the definition of atheism is. I think that's the comparison you're trying to make, because, well, smart move, I suppose. Okay, so the car's driving away, so you think that it's people running away from your big smart brain guy argument when you change the definition of words to fit in with your perceived reality and your shitty arguments, but not engaging with you is the smart thing to do? Yes, I know that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I never said that I was smart, only handsome, famous, and good at the sex. You know it's true, 'cause I am humble like that.
So instead of affirming the claim that God does not exist, they claim that atheism simply means a lack of belief in God.
Those absolute bastards! How dare they not go with my bullshit definition designed to give me a hammer with which to bash all atheists over the head with, and instead go with the actual definition of atheism? I mean, how am I supposed to win any arguments ever if I have to use words the way they are meant to be used? Don't you know that my position is completely untenable without the ability to just make stuff up to support my position? Come on, help a guy out. Just say you believe whatever I want so that I can win and run off over the horizon, stripping off all my clothes whilst screaming, "Praise Jeebus! Me am the big smart." I mean, to be honest, just to see that, I'm thinking about doing it, I'm not gonna lie.
And we can call this the second definition of atheism.
Oh, you little you absolute degenerate. God damn. You know what? Real time. That actually made me full body flinch when I heard it. Like, that is some fucking top tier. I am the smart. Now watch me say the stupidest thing you ever heard kind of shit. No, mate, let's not call that the second definition, you pompous fool. Because it's not the second definition. It's the first, and arguably the only definition. Of, at the very least, atheist on its own. You could say that there are forms of atheism that go with your first definition. But you are literally trying to say that all atheists go by your definition because you say so.
They claim that when it comes to God, they don't believe anything. They simply just lack belief in God.
You know, while it is technically a claim, I feel like it's not really the right word for it. Because it's a claim the same way someone saying that they like a certain type of food or music is a claim. Yeah, they could be lying, they could be mistaken. But in all likelihood, it's just a fact about that person. And you know what? That's okay.
But for those that claim that atheism is simply just a lack of belief in God, then perhaps I can make a suggestion.
Is it just agree with you because you am the ultimate brainer guy? Or perhaps is it going to be something far more profound, least stupid, and proves that you fundamentally misunderstand the entire concept you are being presented with? Let's find out!
Now first change the sign to make it a little bit more accurate. Like this.
Atheism, because thinking is hard. Oh, wow, you did that really clever thing where you just change a word in an argument to flip it on its head. Wow. Yes, I am being sarcastic, because I know that's not actually that clever, because it's something I do to theists all the time. Basically, I'm saying you are as dumb as me. Take that, society.
Because my suggestion is if you want to stop thinking completely, then try atheism.
No, that's not how that works, buddy boy. You see, if you aren't thinking, you literally don't think about theism or atheism. Like, seriously, loads of people do that, for f***'s sake. Atheism is a considered position on someone's claims. In fact, not to give the initial subject of this video any credence, but the not thinking in a dichotic situation would likely be, I just believe whatever anybody tells me to believe, which kind of completely undermines your entire point, just a little bit.
No, seriously. This isn't me just cracking jokes.
Oh, thank God, because it wasn't funny. If anyone around here is going to be telling unfunny jokes, it's me. That's my raison d'etre. Or as the French say, my reason for being. I cannot take the competition of people being unfunny on the internet. Damn.
If atheism only means simply a lack of belief, then it literally wouldn't take any thought to hold to atheism.
I don't think that works the way you think it does. I mean, you have to put in some thought to get to your position, but once you're there, either theism or atheism require no thought to maintain, at least if you don't ever engage with people or are never challenged. That's part of why I don't think your atheist friends are real people, because I don't see any pink goo leaking out of your ears, so I can only assume that you haven't actually done the old braining challenge.
No matter how little thought someone put into believing in a particular religion, no matter how ridiculous, atheism could take even less thought.
He low-key just said that religion is ridiculous there. Can't say that I don't love it, but no man. They can take various amounts of thoughts. Like I said, a lot of theists just believe the first thing that they were told. And you know what? Most people who even bother to identify as atheist will have come from some kind of religious background, or at the very least have been exposed to religious ideas. And put simply, it takes some amount of thought, and certainly with the people whose families are religious, extensive amounts of self-reflection to believe and stand against the things that everyone you have ever known all believe to be true. No, but what am I saying? Going, yeah, sure, whatever you say, Mum and Dad. That's the real tough thinkerizing, isn't it?
In fact, if atheism is only a lack of belief, then I could be near brain dead and still be an atheist.
What are you talking about? You're near brain dead and still clearly a theist. And seriously, surely it doesn't actually matter. Whatever you were before becoming brain dead is the thing that you are. No one has ever said that a religious person in a vegetative state suddenly becomes atheist because their brain stopped working, because that would be f***ing stupid. Anyway, everybody knows that people become flat earthers when their brains stop working.
I could quite literally be the dumbest person on the planet and still be an atheist.
Do I do it, people? No, it's making it far too easy. It must be a trap. And it would be beneath me to say something like, oh, I don't know. But that's what you are. And yet you're still a theist. Hashtag debunked. But I'm not going to do that because of how restrained and not a dipshit I am.
I could literally be incapable of thinking, and I could still be an atheist.
Oh, God, you're going to do that one, aren't you? You're going to make that really stupid argument. Ugh. And it's one I've actually heard respected atheists make, and it's just so not how that works. Please don't do it. Think of all your fake atheist friends.
Atheists will often say to picture a world of only atheists. Challenge accepted.
Oh, God damn it, I knew it. And I can see why he thinks he has lots of atheist friends, but I bet if your household implements could talk, they would tell you that they really want to start seeing other people. But yeah, no, that's not how that works. Atheism means without theism. So until you can show me a tree that believes in God, or a packet of biscuits that does, or whatever, then the whole every inanimate object am atheist makes literally no f***ing sense.
Okay, but really, if the poster is trying to show that religious people aren't always thoughtful and don't always think their views through well, that much is true. I completely agree.
Oh, for f***'s sake, are you kidding me? So everything I just said that I reiterated wasn't just the jokes, that's all irrelevant and pointless. Is this what theist discourse has come to? Look, atheists are right, but atheism am wrong because dumbass definitions. No, you're right. It was always that.
Because many aren't. But as holding up this sign objectively demonstrates, non-religious people aren't necessarily always champions of thoughtfulness either.
No, we agree on that, but you also try to sneakily undermine the meaning of atheism to some bullshit version you made up, and you can't just backpedal like this, as if that's not what you were trying to do by ending with this slippery backhanded agreement. Get out of here. Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope. Wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the